Have you ever noticed how many women start a business full of passion, but a year later they've already quit or pivoted 5 times? I call it entrepreneurial ADD, and it's one of the biggest silent wealth killers. We crave excitement, the next new thing, the new platform, the new trend. But let me tell you something I had to learn the hard way. Getting rich is boring. Being rich, well, that's exciting, but getting rich, that part feels repetitive, quiet, and sometimes even dull. And that's exactly why most people never get there. So today, I want to share with you what I call rinse and repeat riches, the boring business principles that can make you rich, especially if you're a woman over 40 building something of your own. Most of us were conditioned to believe that wealth comes from excitement, from taking wild risks, from working in constant hustle, from chasing the next big thing. We've been told that successful people are the ones who think fast, move fast, and never stop. But here is what I've discovered: the women who've built lasting, peaceful wealth, the kind that lets them travel when they want to, pay their children's school fees without stress, and sleep well at night. They don't chase excitement, they chase stability. When I started building my own online business, it wasn't through a viral video or some miracle moment. It was through consistency, filming when no one was watching, writing emails when only a handful of people opened them, day after day, showing up, refining, improving quietly. It's not glamorous, it's not Instagram worthy, but it's the foundation of everything that came later: my audience, my income, and my freedom. The truth is, wealth grows in repetition, and most people never become wealthy because they can't tolerate that repetition. They confuse boring with ineffective, but boredom is often the first sign that you're on the right path, because it means you found something stable enough to scale. Let's talk about boredom for a moment. We've been taught to fear it, to fill every quiet moment with noise, notifications, the new goals. But boredom in business is often a sign of maturity. It's where the mastery begins. When something starts to feel routine, that's when your skill is finally taking over. It's like driving for the first time. It's awkward and stressful. After a while, you get in the car and go. The same applies to your business. I once worked with a woman named Julie. She launched her first online course and it went well, better than she expected. But instead of improving it and launching again, she scrapped the entire thing because she was bored. She told me, "I just want to create something new." I said, "Why not perfect what's working already?" She laughed and said, "Because that's too boring." A year later, she was still chasing the next idea, still starting over, still stuck at the same income level. Here is what successful entrepreneurs know: wealth doesn't come from novelty, it comes from mastery. Repetition isn't a trap, it's a tool. The more you repeat what works, the more money you make. It's that simple. And that's what you need to learn fast. When something works, don't abandon it. Refine it, polish it, systemize it, and then rinse and repeat. That's how wealth is built. Not through a million scattered ideas, but through one good idea done a million times better. When I was growing my YouTube channel, I found one video topic that really resonated with my audience. I could have chased trends or changed directions, but instead I created variations of that same concept over and over again, with different examples, better delivery, better visuals. Those videos built the foundation of my business. They brought in clients, subscribers, and income long after they were posted. Because here's the truth: when you find something that works, you don't need to reinvent the wheel. You just need to keep it rolling. Repetition creates predictability. Predictability creates confidence. And confidence creates freedom. So ask yourself, are you constantly starting over, or are you improving what's already working? Let's be honest, at the early stages of building a business can feel painfully slow. You're learning about marketing, social media, funnels, design, messaging. It's a lot. I'll tell you, I was drowning, honestly. Despite working in marketing for almost 15 years, I had no idea how to create funnel and what funnel actually means, or how to set up a proper newsletter. Gosh, that was hard. But apart from being hard, it's repetitive. And that's exactly how every successful entrepreneur starts. Think of it like learning a language. At first, it's awkward and you make mistakes a lot. You have to think before every sentence. But eventually, you reach fluency and everything flows. easily. When I first started, I remember editing my own videos at 1 a.m. in the morning, learning email automations from YouTube tutorials and trying to write my first digital product. It wasn't glamorous, but it was necessary. Those repetitive hours built the foundation that now gives me freedom. Freedom to work from anywhere, to spend time with my kids, to collaborate with brands I admire. So if you're in that messy middle phase where everything feels slow, unglamorous, and endless, keep going. That's where the real growth happens. Repetition is what turns confusion into competence and competence into cash flow. Let me tell you about my friend Claire. She was 42 when she started her first online shop. For months, she barely sold anything. She felt invisible, and most people would have quit. But instead, she decided to treat her business like a long-term relationship. She worked on her photos, refined her product descriptions, optimized her pricing. It was slow, boring, methodical, repetitive. 2 years later, that same boring shop paid off her mortgage. And today she earns more than she ever did in her corporate job, with far less stress, no viral moments, no like a break, just boring consistency. And that's the power of focus. So if you can tolerate boredom, you can build wealth, because boredom is just your brain's resistance to doing something powerful repeatedly. So here is what you need to remember. If you truly want to become financially independent, to build freedom after 40, you must learn to fall in love with the boring. The routines, the systems, the emails you send every week, the small habits that no one applauds, because those are the actions that build empires quietly. And most people are addicted to the rush of starting something new, but wealth, real lasting wealth, comes from the grace of staying consistent. So don't look for excitement, look for results. Don't chase novelty, chase mastery. And if you want to learn how to create financial independence after 40 through systems, digital products, and elegant strategy, make sure to subscribe to my channel and join my newsletter. That's where I teach women like you how to turn repetition into wealth and the boring into beautiful success. Watch this video next, and I'll see you there.